Alright, what is going on, fellers? Holy shit, I just got back from a long walk. It was raining a little bit. I thought I needed an umbrella. I took an umbrella. It really pretty much stopped raining right when I started walking, so I'm walking around with a fucking umbrella for no reason. That was kind of annoying. But I went down to the creek to see if there were toads. And I heard some, but I didn't see any. And I found some narrow-mouthed toads, these like little frog-looking, weird, tiny, mini frog guys. They're strange. I don't know if they're a toad or a frog. I'm not sure what they are, but yeah, we found a few of those. They're tiny little guys. They're cool, but yeah, that's all we found. And then on our way back, right when I was about to walk into my house, there's a little toad hopping around on the ground. That's happened to me a few times. I go looking for some animal, don't find it, come back to the house, and it's right there. What the hell? Crazy shit. So yeah, I'm just running around in Elden Cringe. This is the DLC version of the game that I'm playing. So I'm rocking that DLC launch version of the game. Dropping bombs on motherfuckers, dude. This shit is fucked up. Yeah, these lightning bombs will bomb your ass. These things are nasty. Yeah, I used to play on New Game +7 for the longest time. So now I'm playing through the game with New Game +1 overpowered characters, and hell yeah, dude. I'm a little weak to Holy and Magic, unfortunately, so that sucks. I'd like to buff my stats a little bit on that front. But it's taking forever, so... Uh-oh. Man, that shit hurts. Uh-oh. Run for it! Whoa! Boom! You gotta love that magic. Impressive stuff. What sucks about the updated version of the game is those golden level up foot thingies are pretty rare. And that fucking sucks. So you can't really spam them and get a little bit extra runes here and there. That is stupid. They should fix that. But right now, I believe I'm trying to get to good old Rad Danny. Good old Rad Danny. Kill him at the festival. Get access to beating the game and all that jazz. And he's required to be beaten to gain access to the DLC anyway. So, gotta go kill that motherfucker. Damn, I'm getting destroyed. Oh. What? I was blocking. That's horseshit. Is the counter with the what do you call it? Where are you going, fucknut? Is the shield counter or whatever you call it? Ooh. Now this is the best one to use, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering if like it's already overpowered enough that we could go with like Bloodhound Step on it instead or something like that. Because it's already really powerful just by flinging at motherfuckers. I don't know. So yeah, I heard the new Astrobot game came out. Platformer, Mario for Sony kind of thing. Yeah, I heard it's good actually. A decent platformer game. So that's nice. I'll probably get it one day, but I swear to God, I do not know when I'm ever going to upgrade to a PS5. There are 3 obstacles in my fucking way when it comes to getting a PS5. Number 1. Well, there's kind of 4 actually, but number 1 is that I... Oh, let me get a drink real quick. Number 1 is that I cannot play a PS5 with a Xbox Series 2 Elite controller. That's the best controller. It has back paddles that feel really good and don't really wear out. And if they get a little bit loose, you can just put like a little sticky of tape on the node area, and that makes up the space difference gap, and it starts working like a charm. I've done that like on 3 of these fucking controllers. Solved the problem every time. And all the ones I got from the design lab never had that problem. Well, actually, that's not true. One of them did, but like I said, it's an easy fix. Just take a little sliver of tape and wrap it around the little paddle. It's great. They're wonderful controllers. Series 2 Elite controllers. Some of them, the bumpers can go to shit on you. That's unfortunate. And the A button, for some reason on some of them, doesn't register very easily. You have to push it down quite firmly. That is kind of annoying. So yeah, there's some weird shit about some of them, yeah, but for the most part, it's a pretty solid controller. I guess no controller is perfect, but this is like one of the best ones. And the back paddle feature, I'm addicted to it. I really like it. We play a lot of big fucking games now with big open worlds, and there's a lot of buttons that do all this different shit. So it's nice to have the paddles to help aid the player in that ability. And in games where you're largely just kicking back and running around in this big open world, it's kind of fucking boring, to be honest with you. You know, some of these big open world games have a lot of long stretches, long traveling segments. They take hours and hours to beat. A lot of the time, you're going to find yourself just running around. So it's nice to have the paddles so you can hold those down. That's your running animation feature thing, you know? And it really is a game changer. It makes playing the game a lot more enjoyable. Having to hold down face buttons and constantly jump back and forth between analog sticks, it's kind of a work for your thumbs. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You know, it's kind of like playing a guitar with just your thumb and you're like, your pointing finger. You know, like, dude, you got a middle finger and a ring finger there to use, and a pinky. You know, like maybe those could be implemented somehow. And yeah, back paddles are great for that. A lot of controllers have back paddles that kind of suck. They break. They're not that sensitive. They're hard to push. They're hard to reach. But with the Series 2 Elite controller, I feel like it's nailed that vibe. It feels good. Um, yeah, not too much negative stuff I can say about them. And yeah, you can go to the design lab and get custom ones. And you can get it made without a protective case, and they'll ship it to you that way. And it's only like $150 instead of $200 that way. So it's not cheap, but you know, it's affordable enough for middle class people. You know, so that's why I got them, and I really like them. But unfortunately, PS5 and Brook Gaming accessories and a lot of other adapters are not good enough to work, unfortunately. There's one I heard from like this Cronus Max company or something like that. They have an adapter that works in a weird way. You have to have a second controller plugged in that keeps the system like recognizing that your main controller is there. It treats it like it's a PS5 legit controller. It tricks the system into thinking that, so your shit can. It sounds like a pain in the ass, and you always have to have a second controller for. Dude, you know what I mean? All these fucking extra steps. Like, that's not convenient, dude. No, it's kind of a deal breaker, alright? You're like, you're asking for me to do a lot just so I can use the controller I prefer. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking wait for you assholes to finally make it so that I can do this. Because the PS4 lets me do it. That's what I'm doing right now, dude. Look, I'm not fucking lying. I am not lying. Look at that. It's an Elite Series 2 Xbox controller. That's what we're playing this fucking game on a PS4 with a Brook adapter. Yeah. See, look at that. Oh, triangle. This is PS4 shit, dude. It's not asking for Y or B. No, dude. So yeah, I really like this controller, and I would really like to use it for my PS5 experience. That would be great. I'd get a PS5 right now, probably. Because, been saving some money. Haven't bought shit for games this year, really, because gaming sucks so hard nowadays. But I don't have a PS5 yet, so, you know, I can definitely afford it. A guy like me. Money's not that much of a problem. Don't get me wrong, I'll still bitch if the price is higher. I heard rumors the PS5 Pro is going to be $600 and digital only. They're not going to make disc versions for some reason. That's what I heard. Surely not. Surely that's just a bullshit rumor. And it probably is. But if that turned out to be the case, well, I'll tell you this right now. Discless version, go fuck yourself. I'm not even going to bother. But if it's $600, but it does have a disc drive, I'll probably fold and buy it eventually. Maybe not at launch. But the main thing, like I said, you gotta let me find a way to use an Xbox Series 2 Elite controller on the PS5. You gotta find a way to let me do that. If you don't, I'm just not gonna bother. Gameplay matters a lot to me, and the controller is everything. So, that sucks, you know? That sucks. I don't think I can handle that. That really bothers me. For a lot of older games, I don't really care about back pedals. But for these newer games, I definitely do. So that really kind of kills it for me, because I got all these Brook adapters and all these other controllers and stuff, and I got everything like set up perfectly for all these older retro consoles, you know. So I have a lot of adapters, so I can use the Series 2 Elite controller on like over half of the consoles I own, and I own like a dozen or so consoles here. Let's see, what do I got? NES Mini, Super Nintendo Mini, N64 Ultra, a bunch of Xbox 360s, a bunch of PS4s. I got a PS3, got a PS2, got a modded Xbox original, got a Nintendo Switch, got a Wii, got a Wii U, got a Super Nintendo original, and that's it. And of course, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, all the Game Boys. I got them all. Did I? I don't have a DS. No, I skipped that one. I didn't get into that. I think I have one laying around here somewhere, actually, just for collecting purposes. But anyway, I didn't get every exact model, like the 2DS. You know, it's just the 3DS without the 3D feature. Yeah, that thing. I didn't get one of those. Maybe I should have. Those things are becoming very rare and collectible. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that tree just got struck by light. Yeah, but, yeah. Yeah, man. I got a lot of consoles here, and I got a lot of controllers that are specifically for the setups, you know. Like for N64 Ultra, I got the retro, fighters, controllers. Yeah, I got like 4 or 5. I got like all the colors. I wanted to be a collecting asshole and just get them all. You only need 4, but I got like 7. But yeah, they're great controllers. Very good. The original N64 controller, as wonderful and nostalgic as it is, it did have an analog stick that was kind of shit that you could fuck up a little bit if you were too hard on the controller. I never did that personally. I always had a great experience with those controllers. I never had a problem, other than of course the analog is hard plastic and it's kind of rough on your left hand thumb. But you know, I was a hardcore gamer. We didn't complain about pain and whatnot. Now they put rubber on everything because duh. But yeah, back then that's how it was. Put your hand on this abrasive fucking plastic. Anyway, my point is this new controller does everything the N64 controller does perfectly, but it feels more like an Xbox controller. So, and it also has like double triggers, double on the back and top, you know, there. So you got 4 buttons on the top that you can reach, and like a lot of them do like the same thing on both ends. I think it is like the left bumper and right bumper are the same button, basically. They're like the Z button or something like that. So yeah, it works. It's fine. You can get used to it right away and instantly appreciate that it's good shit. You'll enjoy many N64 games this way. And I have the EverDrive 3.0. So it's basically, you know, the entire N64 library perfectly emulated to almost like, not 100% perfection, but like 98, 99% perfection. And it's hooked up with a, N64 Ultra HD mod. So yeah, it looks great on a big screen TV. I'll show you guys sometime. Yeah, and with my what do you call it? With my Wii original, yeah, with the Wii original and the Xbox original and the PS2, I have the RetroTink 5X Pro made by Mike Chi. It's $300 fucking dollars. It's too expensive, but I'm such an asshole for those old games, and I wanted them to look great. And this guy nailed it. This device is like so good. It's one of the best things ever in gaming history. You gotta get it if you're an asshole like me who really likes the old games from the 90s to 2000, around there. my goodness. It looks great. Okay, you know how you need a CRT TV to make old games look normal and good, right? And that these big old blown up flat screen TVs that we have today don't quite nail it, and something feels off because something is off. It's not designed for that. Well, this upscaler does the trick that Mike Chi made. It takes the component cables that you have. That's the catch. You need good quality component cables. That's the catch. It's not going to be worth a fuck without good quality cables. And you can find them. There's plenty of companies that make like retro cables that are better than ever, and you should probably be getting those. And yeah, so I did. And yeah, I know this is expensive. You gotta spend like $40 on these fancy cables. And if you have a GameCube, you're fucked. I'm sorry. GameCube, for some reason, fancy component cables are like $400, $800. Oh my fucking god. They're so rare. Nobody makes them, and like, I don't know why a company hasn't decided to make them. Maybe they have recently and put this whole crisis to bed, but yeah. Authentic GameCube component cables, and they're not composite because that's what came with the fucking thing at the time. So component cables for GameCube were pretty goddamn rare. But I'm pretty sure they have some that are good now. So, anyway, the key is to just have a Wii that's backwards compatible with the GameCube, and there you go. Get the Wii hyper retro cables, or whatever the fuck they're called. Those are like $30-$40. Still pretty expensive, but yeah, you get those. You hook it up to the RetroTink 5X Pro, and then yeah, you get a picture of N64 or Super Nintendo or Xbox Original, PS2, PS1, or just have a PS2 because it's perfectly backwards compatible with pretty much every PS1 game. Yeah, you know, or have a PS3. You know, PS3 does it all. The backwards compatible one. I have a badass PS3. Anyway. I'm getting carried away here with all the fucking details. I was losing my original point. My original point is I have setups for all these retro experiences so you can get the best gaming experience, basically, is what I'm shooting for here, you know? I nail the best gaming experience for all these different console generations and games, and I want to be able to do that with the newest games, because, you know, as bad as gaming is today, with microtransactions, unfinished launches, horrible developer treatment, and crazy corporate bullshit. Yeah. Selling you the same game over and over, Call of Duty style, you know, shit like that, you know. It's so terrible in games today. Phone games, everything's online only. Oh my god. So many horrible things in gaming today. It's more expensive than ever to play video games. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's not great. But despite that, good games still get made from time to time. And apparently the new Astrobot is a decent platformer. Definitely worth checking out. So, yeah, I'll get it one day when it's cheap, because I'm not that big on platformers anymore. They were kind of a game I really enjoyed as a small child, but then I got over after the N64 Super Mario 64 days, you know. Like, yeah, because after that I started getting into shooters big time, like Halo. Anyway, so, yeah, I really want my goddamn controller to work good with the PS5. And they don't give me that option yet. Isn't that terrible? You can use the Brook adapter to play PS4 games on a PS5, but the second you play a PS5 game on a PS5, it won't recognize your controller and work. There's some kind of fucking bullshit copyright fail-safe setup that that they can't bypass the technology. They can't make it compatible for some reason. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't. And that frustrates me to no end because it's been like 4.5 years or so, or 4 years almost, since they released the PS5. And they're already talking about a Pro model, and the news on that sounds rumors at best, and who the fuck even knows when it's going to happen? Are they going to spur the moment and launch it on us, or what the fuck? Tired of waiting. And a lot of games are coming out on PC, and so I kind of feel like just waiting for a PC version of a lot of these games is the way to go. You know what I mean? It's just kind of... I'm not feeling much incentive, much need, much care, or a big rush, especially because I'm an adult and I'm a busy motherfucker who has to work and do a lot of shit. So I don't see myself finding the time to be made to buy a PS5 right now and really enjoy the shit out of it. Especially when the Pro model is right around the corner, I might as well wait for that. You know, so that's a vibe that I got going right now. So that's the second reason I'm upset about getting a PS5. Why I'm not totally sold on it yet. And I guess there's a fifth reason. I'm just not too excited with the game lineup. It's not that fucking impressive to me. I don't see that many must-have super great experiences. And like I said, because I have a badass computer, not really... I don't really give a shit, you know what I mean? It's not that impressive to me. And then I could always get an Xbox, a serious Xbox, but I'm kind of done with Microsoft's newest shit. They were the kings of online multiplayer shooters with Halo, and now they're garbage, so why bother? Hey, Jimmy Stengel, I saw that video that you uploaded where I don't know who was narrating. Probably some dickhead. I don't know. But he was talking sense, man. He was saying that, that today's most popular shooters are garbage like Fortnite and whatnot. When Halo should still be up there, but it's not. And it's because it's because of two reasons mainly. And one, people are stupid and they get bored of stuff and they move on to other things, and it evolves, and a lot of the time it evolves into something trash. And unfortunately, it did with a hyper late stage capitalist kind of mindset. So that's why you're seeing all these phone games and microtransaction games and all this senseless dog shit in gaming that's just flooding the market. Endless cosmetics and just like all this like branding and like I thought we played video games to have fun. Now it's become like a chat room where scammers and like what the fuck is going on here? I don't know. I grew up with gaming where you would like go to your friends to have a sleepover and you would play Smash Brothers all day or something. You know, like that's what gaming is to me. Today, gaming is this, here's your phone game, here's your microtransactions, you know? Like, what the fuck? That sucks. So anyway, yeah, I'm having a hard time finding out reasons to get a PS5. And another thing that I have found out about Sony that really sucks, or at least, I don't know if it's Sony necessarily, but it's the way these modern consoles work now. There's some bullshit fail-safes that they have put in to action, which is horseshit because my Xbox 360 doesn't do this. Okay, you download a game online, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're playing your Xbox 360 back in the day when the servers were still running. You're playing your 360, you download a game digitally, and now you play it digitally, right? Boom, you take your game offline. You take your Xbox offline. You're disconnected to the internet. You can still play that digitally downloaded fucking game that you downloaded. That is yours. You can enjoy it now. You paid for it. It's yours. Go ahead and fucking play it. That's great. Good job. That's how it fucking should be. Now, I have this new problem. I don't know. I never ran into this problem when it came to the 360, but this is the problem I have with PS4. A lot of these games take up a lot of fucking memory, right? A lot of space and shit, and you don't have enough. So I upgraded to a 4 terabyte SSD, and that is still not enough for all these goddamn games I get. Goddamn. This wasn't a problem with the 360, really. This wasn't a problem with the original Xbox. What the fuck? Goddamn memory storage. They charge you for memory now in gaming. They charge you for every little fucking thing now, right? There used to be a save feature on your original Zelda back in the NES days. And now it costs extra today. Yeah. Wonderful. But here's what happened. So I got Elden Ring a few weeks after it came out. I wanted to get it earlier, but I was getting my PS4 souped up at that time. I had it like taken into a repair shop to be cleaned and stuff too, you know. So I didn't have it at the time, and I wasn't even sure if this game was going to be any good. And then all the reviews come out. It's got like a 95 or 97 on Metacritic at the time. I can't remember what it was. Some really good number. And I was like, okay, it's probably worth getting. And yeah, I finally got it a couple weeks after the game came out. I got it and I downloaded it digitally is how I got it. And I wasn't expecting much, and I started to actually really enjoy it. I thought it was a pretty cool game. But then they started patching and updating the game. And foolishly, I saw people complaining that they didn't like some of the updates. And I couldn't blame them. I don't like it when my game is fucked with and changed against my will. No, I like what I'm enjoying right now. Let's keep that a thing, huh? I want that. You want to update the game and take that away from me? Fuck you. I'm not going online. So I don't go online, right? And foolishly, I go online much later on, not thinking about the update, and it started auto-updating, and it ended up auto-updating, and I was like, oh shit. Totally fucked me over, dude. Totally fucked my character. Got the update, and Bloodhound Step is nerfed. Rivers of Blood is nerfed. All this other shit is nerfed, you know? Like, oh my god. And then they made, like, shield poking better. It's like, oh great, the more boring part of the game is the way to play now. Like, well, fuck you. I didn't agree with these updates. A lot of people didn't either. And Bloodhound Step, like, believe it or not, as annoying as it is to deal with players who spammed it, before they nerfed it, dude, it was very useful to escape, like, triple ganking squads coming at you. So, like, it had its place in the game. It was fine. But no, they just gotta fuck with everything. So I don't like that, and, yeah, I ended up getting screwed there. So I started playing the game legit there with the new update, and I wasn't feeling it, and I kind of dropped the game. And believe it or not, I went back to Dark Souls 2 for a little while and played through that game, and I really like that one. I know a lot of people hate it, and yeah, it's not the greatest game, but I still dug it. It was a fun experience. Anyway, then I played Sekiro on PC, and I really enjoyed that. That is one of the best games ever made, I swear to God. That is the Ninja 3D modern fucking experience. Seriously. So that's a great game. And then I went back to Elden Ring to give it a try again. But this time I played the unpatched version, and I started a new character, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the unpatched version, and that's what I played for the longest fucking time until this DLC got announced, And I was like, I kind of want to play it, but I don't want to like sacrifice my, uh, unpatched character. And then I found, you can save it on a USB and always upload it later. So I got a separate PS4 specifically devoted to the unpatched experience. And that all worked. But I had to set it up on the same account, see, because, right, you understand, the saved character is under that account. It's not going to work otherwise, I think. I'm not sure about that. So anyway, that's how I did it. So I had to transfer my account from this PS4 to the newer one, right? I do that, and then I install the game offline, and then I upload the saved character, and boom, everything works out. Everything's fine. Great. Good. Happy, happy. And I upgraded it with an SSD that, has a lot of fucking space. So it's like the perfect experience. And PS4 Pro, Elden Ring, is a great experience. It runs really well. Like, not as good as like on PC, of course. Although PC is glitchier, so there's other issues there. But this is a really good way to experience the game. So this is how I enjoy it. Sometimes the PS4 Pros get a little loud, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. Especially because I have an SSD in upgrade in there. That reduces the fanned aggressive speed, so it's less noisy and a little cooler because less moving parts, So yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. And here's the thing I was going to complain about. Once I did that, I went back to my old PS4 offline. And I tried to play some games that I already downloaded, games I already paid for, games that are already saved onto the hard drive of this PS4. I try to play them. A message pops up and says, "This isn't the main PS4 for your account. We can't let you play these fucking games that you paid for." Isn't that some fucking horseshit, dude? I had to connect to the PS4 to the internet and sign into my fucking PlayStation Live account or whatever the fuck. I can't remember the password. It's written down somewhere. I have to find it and all this shit. It's a pain in the ass to get in. And then once I do that, it lets me play the games that I've purchased. It's like, what the fuck? That's horrible. So I'm like, this is fucking stupid. This is really bad. I really hate this. If this is how it's going to be with digital going forward, suck a dick. I'm not playing video games in the future. I'm happy with what I got. Alright? I have enough video games here to last me a lifetime. So many games I haven't even played yet, like hundreds of them that I have, that I own, that I haven't really gotten into. I'm good, man. Okay? If you're going to suck that hard in the future of gaming, like, suck a dick. Like, remember there was all that talk about Valve saying, like, fuck you, if you die, you can't, like, give your gaming library to your family members or whatever. Like, you fucking greedy cocksuckers. Everybody has to buy their own shit. I swear to God. No sharing, bitch. Remember when they gave you two controllers when you bought a console? The Super Nintendo? And 64 comes out. You open it, you're so happy. Oh, there's only one controller. That sucks. And the cord is kind of short. Like, things are getting worse, right? Ugh. But anyway, as I was saying, the PS4, now that I'm online, it lets me play the games I downloaded digitally. So I think everything's fine at this point, right? I unplug the Ethernet cable, and then I start playing some digitally downloaded experiences. A few minutes in, I get a warning thingy pop up on the screen saying, in 15 minutes, this game you're fucking currently playing is going to shut down because we don't recognize who the authorized player of this content is playing, or some shit like that. It was like some security mumbo jumbo horse shit. So At first I thought nothing of it, and then it's like 10 minutes you have to comply, and then later on it said 5 more minutes, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I found out that that's how it works. If you want to play your digital content, it has to all be like from that one, under this one account, you know. And you can't move the name around to different consoles or else it won't recognize it. So you have to like set it online as the main account for that PS4. So shifting it around like I did is not a great idea. It just so happened to work in this very weird, rare way that I want to play the Elden Ring unpatched, you know? So that is how that all goes. Isn't that fucking nuts? What a bunch of weird hoops that to remember and jump through and put together just so I can have my experience where I get to play Elden Ring unpatched, and then also Elden Ring DLC day one unpatched from that point forward. So that's what I have. One PS4 that gives me that experience, and another PS4 Pro that gives me the other experience. So I have two versions of Elden Ring that are very similar but also very different. So it's a really cool experience that I get to have. And I like that. But what a pain in the ass that was to get that all going. And I'm currently about to get that done. This character could level up a little bit more. I will one of these days when I'm less bored and have more free time. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And I gotta get the better prawn, man. The boiled crab, you know. I'm carrying this weak shit. So I need to get on that. But yeah, it's been really fun to have like these different characters on both versions of the game, and so basically I have 4 different characters. I have a super max leveled playthrough 200 new game plus 7, of course, character that's done like everything. So that's a character I have 2 versions of on both versions of this game. And then, yeah. And then, same thing on the unpatched version of the game. It's kind of complicated, Jesus. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, this version I'm playing right now is the DLC version, but it's no patches after the DLC was launched. So I downloaded the game. The game just came out. The DLC just came out. I downloaded it as soon as possible. No patches or updates after that. Got offline completely, never updated again. Every time it tried to update, in case I was online, I'd quickly fucking delete that shit before it could finish updating. Every fucking time. I'm really fucking adamant about that shit. So, whoa, easy there, buddy. Ooh, that hurts him a lot. Ow. Ow, I timed it wrong. Ooh, that hurt him pretty bad. Hiya. Right, I'm trying to make my way down to Red Danny. Kill that festival freak. Yeah, but this is the character loadout. Solitude, gauntlets, and boots. And Banished Knight, helm, and armor. Fingerprint shield for, tanking everything in the game, basically. Noble Slender Sword. Best overall weapon in the game for, solid move set. Just like the overall best weapon in the game. Not great at certain things, but not terrible at anything either. Really. So, yeah, that's what I go with. And then some spells. Golden Vow for a little bit of armor and damage boost. And then Erd Tree heal in case I'm in a pinch where I can't afford to heal or waste any more Crimson Flask or something like that. You get hurt and then you get a chance to breathe, so instead of wasting Estus, maybe waste a little magic instead. Because this character is not very magic dependent. Shut up, dragons. And we're playing the DLC version of the game, so if I really wanted to, I could equip this and start regenerating my, what do you call it? My Menna. Alright, what am I doing? Isn't there a... Yep, right here. Farteria leaf. I don't need to get the checkpoint at the church. We just gotta get down to Rad Danny at the river down there. That's all. Let's beat these guys up. How tough can they be? Uh-oh. Ow. Man, I sucked against them. But look at that. They can't do shit to me. And one healing solved that whole encounter. Like, damn. Damn, that is effective. Yeah, I'm not even trying. Pretty sweet. Oh shit, no, I fucked up. What a dumbass. Oh man, I didn't get that checkpoint either. What a jackass I am. Well, it is past 1, so I guess it makes sense that I'm half asleep. Ugh.